you fly me away? Take me away with you.
What is going on, guys? It is Exquoe here, Kiwi for the ladies, and today I have a Halo Reach gameplay for you guys. This gameplay is relatively old, and I don't really know what happened. I think I didn't do too well, but trust me, if I didn't do too well in this game, this is not how I usually play. So, excuse me for the bad gameplay if it is. But guys, I just want to tell you guys, I am not one of those commentators that constantly keeps talking about the gameplay. I mean, this is how I feel about talking about the gameplay. I mean, if you have eyes and you can use them to see, unless you're blind, then you don't need me talking about the gameplay because you can see it for yourself. But anyway, guys, I like to talk about random topics, stories of my life, and maybe some current events going around in the world. So for my first commentary, I decided to do a relatively random topic. I just decided to do a topic on board games. Now, when I was little, I really enjoyed playing board games. My favorite board game was the board game called Sorry. I don't know, it was just that kind of board game that really got me interested in playing board games in general. I mean, one of my least favorite ones, and I know many people will not like this board game, is a game called Monopoly. Now, I know all of you have heard of it. I mean, they're still trying to sell these games today. I mean, whatever happened to Mousetrap and stuff like that, I remember that. But no, Monopoly is still going strong apparently. But I never had a really good relationship playing with Monopoly. I mean, Monopoly, I was so excited to play Monopoly before. Like, every time we were about to start a new game, I got excited. Because, you know, Monopoly is fun if you can get past the boringness. But, you know, there's so many problems with Monopoly. The banker is really dumb and can't count the money. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, is money. And also, the fact that is, it gets really boring. I mean, I was the person that you would usually quit halfway through the game, and I was just like, hey, to the person next to me, hey, this game is boring. You want all my money? And then the whole controversy will burst out and be like, why are you giving her or him your money? That's not fair. Just give it to the banker. And I was like, no, I want to do what I want with my money. So yeah, that would start a whole bunch of conflict, and we would never get to finish the game. And I would usually be the person, or if it wasn't me, it would be someone else that would usually end the game. And Monopoly was not very fun if you never finished. I mean, I've played Monopoly hundreds of times in the 13 years I've been alive on this earth, and I'm pretty sure I've never finished one game. One game. Never. But again, I'm going back to Sorry. Now, Sorry was a game that was entertaining and wasn't boring and didn't really need that much skill to play. All you needed to do was look at a number on a card and go that many spaces. I mean, it's like kind of like Candyland and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. And also Shoots and Ladders was also a really great board game. All the games that everyone, you know, played, everyone's top favorites that came up when they were growing up. But my favorite was Sorry. And now, I mean, I'm seeing Sorry still in the commercials, of course. Like, I mean, I saw one not too long ago, a couple weeks ago or something like that, about a board game called Sorry Sliders. I don't know what that's about, but I looked at the commercial, and that is not at all what Sorry was when I was growing up. And, I don't know, I think they're trying to get a new kind of board game going so they can make more money. I mean, it's all about the money these days, and the economy is really bad. But, you know, it's nice to see that many board games are still going strong. Still, little kids these days are still playing. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people I know that are kind of like, you know, relatives, stuff like that, close friends like of mine that are younger than me, and they're playing Call of Duty and Halo and everything. Then they're skipping their whole entire, like, I don't know, pre-K, stuff like that, all that stuff. They're skipping that over and just going straight to what I play right now, which are like FPSs and all that good stuff on the Xbox and PS3s and your PCs and Macs. and they're really looking over this whole generation is the technology generation, and they're skipping over board games, which were the good stuff. I mean, I remember when video games really got into it, and I set down my board games and I started playing like GBA games and stuff like that. I mean, does anyone really ever remember the giant Game Boy that had to take like, I don't know, 8 huge batteries? I mean, I did get a lot of pleasure out of playing video games, but once in a while I like to have a little family night and have a nice board game time. We usually play some Cranium because that kind of gets everyone frustrated when you don't even know half of them. So, I mean, if if I was if I had the opportunity and I had to get the choice of playing a board game over a FPS, I mean, it's a good time to get away. It's a good time to have laughs with your friends. So instead of having a LAN party or something like that, have some people over and have a nice game of Monopoly, guys. So, guys, that's my whole feel on board games. I wish board games were still as popular as today as they were in my generation of growing up, instead of all these first-person shooters on the Xbox. But I hope that more people still play board games and can enjoy board games. And if you do have the opportunity to play a board game with a bunch of your friends, I mean, you can play Halo anytime, guys. But it's nice to have a little backdrop away from it and play a nice board game. But anyway, guys, this is wrapping up the commentary, and I will see you guys later.